A shill is a paid fraud. Hello, it's Peter Merrick in La Jolla, San Diego, California, and this is a topic that I believe it's urgent that we talk about because our society is filled with paid frauds. People who pretend that they are sheep. They are really wolves. They are paid frauds. They are giving us messages and they are not being honest why they're giving these messages. So let's talk about the origins of the shill. It comes from carnivals. Back in the early 20th century, the term I think originated in 1911 at a carnival. It's where someone who is called a shillober was paid by the carnival to pretend that they were part of the audience and they would promote shows. They were put into audiences to promote shows. Well, then it became more sophisticated. These people were put into our radio and our television to pretend to be authentic consumers, concerned citizens, when they were actually being paid to spill filth. This has happened again and again. And why am I bringing this up? I'm bringing up about paid shills or paid frauds because recently I was contacted by one of them on this very platform. This individual happens to be a news anchor at one of the largest news agencies network in the country I'm from. He posted something that had merit. When I did my investigation, it became obvious that this person here was on the payroll of the government. Why do I say that? Because in the teens, the late teens, after Justin Trudeau got elected in Canada, he started buying off all the traditional media. And then as of last week, Bill C-11 was passed. And what this does is it censors Canadians and foreigners for speaking the truth. And the only people who are allowed to speak have to be sanctioned by the government, and they are getting paid. They're being subsidized. How are they being subsidized? By direct money going towards them. Several billions of dollars go directly to the legacy mainstream media. Number two, all the advertisement that is being paid. So of course they are paid shills. Does a dog bite its master? But that's a problem for the rest of us. We're not aware that these people are paid shills. They're frauds. They just read from a teleprompter. Why do I know that? Because I was brought on to this very network twice a week. And I would be speaking, being asked questions that were promoting the agenda of the network because they were being paid by their sponsors. I would watch these news anchors read from a teleprompter. They did not have an original thought in their head. They were hired because they were attractive and they were able to read, and what they read, it sounded authentic. That's why one of the reasons I don't like reading anything when I'm speaking, because I want to be authentic. I want to not be a shill. Now let me share something with you. If you are on this platform and you are honest while you are on this platform, you want to sell something, so you go to a meeting with someone and they know what you're selling, or you're selling something. That is not being a shill. That's being honest and authentic, and you are doing something righteous. You are earning a living and you are participating in the economy. However, if you are a shill or a shibber, where you are going to a place speaking from authority and acting concerned that you are actually concerned about the audience that's listening to you, then you are a shill. So follow the money. Now in this day and age, each and every one of us, we have to understand that in reality, Money and power and fame mean nothing. What means everything is your soul, and that means your self-dignity. Because if you sell something that is a lie, that's corrosive, that's manipulative, that's hurting other people, it's going to eat at your soul. And at the end of the day, you have to look in the mirror, because guess what? Nobody cares about how much money you have. No one cares about your titles. They don't. They think in relations to themselves and what they can get. And those are people who are immature, because mature people know at the end of the day, the only thing matters is your self-respect, knowing that you did the best you could. At the same time, you work to make the world better than it was. And you do not have to sell yourself short. I'm going to leave with my favorite story from the Bible. It is a metaphor that we can all follow. And it's the story of Nehemiah. Who is Nehemiah? Well, it's an individual who is the cupbearer for the emperor of Persia. It's a very important position. Around 500 BC, before the Common Era. And one day, when he is in court, he meets these gentlemen from Jerusalem, the home of his father. And he hears that Jerusalem has fallen on bad times. They leave. He's moping. The king recognizes that Nehemiah is not there. He's not feeling good. He goes to Nehemiah and he says, Nehemiah, why? Why do you feel like you're not yourself? And Nehemiah shares the story to the emperor, to the king. And he says, you know, you've been so loyal, so good. Go off to Jerusalem. I'm going to make you the governor of Judea. Instead of going to Judea and pounding his chest and saying, I am now the governor of Judea. No, he surveys the town. He surveys Jerusalem. He sees there's holes in the walls. He sees things that don't look right. And he realizes what he can do is he can work with the people of Jerusalem on a joint project to fix the holes in the wall. So he stands up and he says, I'm going to fix this. I need your help. First of all, he says, I need your help. It is a righteous project. Now, some people immediately see the value, they act. Some people are afraid and they don't. Some people are invested, shills, that it doesn't happen, because Jerusalem staying a cesspool is in their interests. Well, he ignores those people. They attack him. They try to bring him down, but he focuses on his supporters and the task. And after 6 months, Nehemiah, with the help of his supporters, fixes the walls and starts the restoration of the rebirth of Israel and the building of the second temple. Now, the moral of this story is this. If you have something that's righteous and authentic and you speak your truth, the right people will support you. Some people will immediately see it, some people won't, and some people will never. Your job is to find those people. So to the individual who reached to me out on this platform, who has a big platform in the legacy media, you have to live with what you are doing, because you are a shill and it will follow you. It will. It's corrosive. You live long enough and you will suffer. Your conscience is your greatest jailer. I promise you this. I've come to terms with many of the wrongs that I've done in my life, because there's nothing more corrosive than doing something that you know is not a benefit to the greater community, to your family, and to yourself. Because all you have at the end of the day is your sovereignty and your self-respect, and do not sell yourself short. Have an awesome day. If you like this video, do me a little favor, share it. You guys are wonderful. I look forward to us chatting again soon. Have an awesome Father's Day.